All right, everyone. We'll start with writing class today. So, what have we got is this is the question um, has occurred in the exam multiple times. It's a very simple question. There are possibilities that you end up making a lot of mistakes. You always think you may have gotten seven bands, but you end up getting 6.56 or even 5.5. Why is that? What are the problems? Right ideas, wrong ideas, the structure, coherence, cohesion. And then I've got an essay to discuss and also talk about what mistakes the essay contain. And if you do the same mistakes, what marks you get. We will cover this in the first half of the class, that is from 9 to 9:25, 9:30. The post 30 minutes, I would leave it to you. You have to write the essay and send for the feedback on the fly. You will receive the feedback instantly. All right, let's quickly start with it. This is the question. Sorry on that. Read the question. Take your time. Some companies have uniforms for their staff, which must be worn all times. What are the advantages for having a uniform? What are the advantages of having a uniform? Are there any benefits of having a uniform for the staff? I think the question is incomplete. Sorry on that. I think he has written the question incomplete. I know this question. Advantages of having a uniform for the company. That's the question. And are there any benefits of having uniform for the staff? So just observe this highlighted in yellow. All the words that have been highlighted in yellow need to be given the preference. Whatever you write, you need to write, along with this, you need to write, including, like considering these things. Then only a task response will be more. You're evaluated with respect to four components. First is task response, second is coherence, cohesion, third is vocabulary, fourth is grammar. Of these four things, the first two are very important, second two are not that important, but yes, you cannot neglect them. Task response is the right ideas. Correct. Coherence, cohesion is all about the screenplay or the narration. How well you narrate the story so that whoever listens to it will not fall asleep. They'll be curious, they'll be intrigued to ask you more about it. Vocabulary, and don't worry too much about it. Write the words that you are comfortable with, the apt words. Grammar is all about having the mixture of simple sentence, compound sentence, complex sentence, not making silly grammatical mistakes, using the right tense and lot many things. So we'll understand each and everything in today's class. We will understand in detail. But before that, let's talk about this coherence, cohesion. One of the um, highly, recommended thing. This, if you focus on, definitely for sure, you're gonna get the score, provided your ideas are right. But this is where people have trouble. Coherence, cohesion. So many students have trouble because it's an art. An art cannot be just taught like that. Correct? You have to develop it over the time. It's a skill. So now coherence cohesion is divided into, we will address it as coherence, and cohesion is divided into two parts. First part, part one, is called outer structure. Part two is called inner structure. So, what is this outer structure? If you look at an essay from a very long distance, you're just looking at the essay, how the essay looks like. It's like if you look at a house, how the house looks like from outside. That means, okay, the house is of, I think, four floors. Then there's a terrace, ground floor, I think basement, there is a parking. So you see the house from a distance, how you see it, not inside it from outside. If you look into the essay from outside, how the essay looks like, that is the outer structure. Inside the essay, what is there? That's inner structure. Both of them contribute marks to coherence cohesion. Now, outer structure is all about how many para the essay should have, what you write in each para. Para one, you're going to talk about introduction. Same words you write, sorry, same lines from the question, you flick and change few words. Some companies, you'll say, in today's world, few of the companies have uniforms for their employees, which should be worn regularly. There are some advantages for the staff and for the company. This essay will discuss both done and dusted. Getting it? Para 2, we're going to talk about what are the advantages of having a uniform for the company. We will talk about advantages for company. Para 3, what they're asking. Para 3, are there any benefits of having a uniform with the staff? You cannot say no, write the benefits. All right, so we will talk about advantages for staff. Para 4, conclusion. Conclusion is nothing but summary of para 2 and 3. This is the outer structure. Now this is done and dusted. Now we're going to talk about the inner structure. Inner structure, para 1 and para 4 will not have inner structure. They're just hardly 2 lines, 2 sentences. So it's para 2 and the para 3 will have the inner structure. What is this? So how to address the para 2? Advantages, right? One advantage. That's the sentence 1. Sentence 2, pay more attention. Exactly you should follow. Support it or don't write advantage 2. Continue talking about it. About the first advantage. Sentence 3, you can continue. Sentence 2, or you can ignore. Means if you have more to write, you can continue writing. Sentence 4 is where you start with, for example. Now, what to write in example? Another advantage. No. Talk about first advantage that you just wrote. Sentence 5. Continue talking about same example. Sentence 6. You cannot end in sentence 5. You need minimum 3 sentences for your example. Continue talking about the same example. This is coherence, cohesion. This is internal structure. Getting it, guys? I want to write another advantage for the company. Not required. If you are a Shakespeare's son or Shakespeare's great son's friend or someone, and you're very, like flair in write up, you can type very fast, you can write very fast, you can think of ideas very quickly, you're Albert Einstein's son or grandson, then you can add sentence 7, write second advantage. If you write another advantage, remember sentence 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 has to be replicated for sentence 7. For that, you need time. Correct? For that, you need to be really quick in thinking, in processing, and lot many things. You need 7.5, then no need to write second advantage. For para 2, para 3 is different. We are still in para 2. Remember, advantages for the company. Should I write 5 advantages? No, 1 is enough. If you write 5 advantages, then 37, 6, 5, the 30 lines you should write. Guys, getting it right? Getting it right? It's very important to understand this. It's not about writing advantage, 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 advantage. No. For whatever you write, have you supported it with a supporting idea? So if you want to write second advantage, then again, all these things should be there. You want to write? You really want to do it? Then 14 sentences you need to write, which is difficult. Sentence 8. Sentence 9. Sentence 10. Sentence 11. Sentence 12. Support it or continue talking about the second advantage. Continue the sentence 8 or you can ignore. For example, talk about the second advantage. This is a coherence cohesion. Please remember this. This is what it is. If you think this is going to take more time, because para 3 again I have to write, then check it, man. Not required. This is not required. You need 8 bands, then perhaps you need to write more. 7.5, we have seen so many people getting that 7.5 easily with only one idea, with only one advantage. But whatever the advantages you write, you are supposed to Support it with supporting idea, example, and example not in one sentence, minimum three sentences. Otherwise, you cannot explain an example. It's an example, it's a situation. Never write example in one sentence. It will be mostly unclear. So this is not required. Now this is done. Now para 3. Para 3, we will go. What are we supposed to write for para 3? Advantages for the staff. This is write one advantage for company. If you want, write second advantage for company. If you think you can write faster. Now, para 3, this we need to write advantages for the staff. Write one advantage for staff. Support it or continue talking about the first advantage. You can continue the sentence to, or you can stop it there. Supporting idea, you can write one line, one sentence, or two sentences. Then sentence 4 or sentence 3, for example, continue, continue, continue. This is para 3. Para 4, you summarize the para 2 and para 3. This is what it is. This is what I'm talking about right now. This is the most significant, of utmost importance. Ideas, anyway, you need to get the right ideas. If you get the right ideas and you narrate it correctly using this, you'll get your scores. For templates, I've already given you 7 dot templates inside IELTS writing, 1 dot essay folded in the Google Drive, 7 dot templates to check. The template automatically forces you to write sentence 1, sentence 2, sentence 3, sentence 4, sentence 5, sentence 6. You can follow the template. Template will give you the connector. For this advantage, probably it will say, firstly, after that it says this is because, after that it says for example, after that it says it means, this results in. So it makes you write minimum 5-6 sentences. But you don't want to follow a template. If you think it will restrict you, it will constrict you, then you follow this. At the end of the day, I need this pattern to be followed. Is very, very crucial. Any doubts, guys, so far? And any doubts, Naveen, Bino, Prasansha, Raminder, Tajinder ji, koi doubts hai? Looks simple, but this is the only complicated thing. All right, so now we'll talk about task response. Some companies have uniforms for their staff, which has to be worn all the times. What are the advantages of having a uniform for the company? Anybody? What is that advantage for the company? So when you try to generate an idea, always think about an example. Which company? Zomato, Swiggy, TCS, Infosys, Microsoft, app. Think about a company which has an uniform. Then automatically you get the right ideas. Very good, Bino. Excellent, Prasancha. Right ideas. Now we will talk about para 2. Advantages for company. Provide advertisement or promote the company. Promote the company or provide advertisement. One idea is enough, more than enough. Now, when you think about the right idea, first line should be, one of the main advantages of having uniform for the staff for the company is that it promotes the company and gets the recognition for free. This is because that is the supporting idea. Continue talking. This is because now this is promotes the company for free recognition. Supported. This is because if everyone starts wearing uniform, well, everyone will have to walk around and easily public will notice them. This way, the company gains the recognition instantly. That is the sentence 2 and sentence 3. For example, now when you say example, you have to talk about recognition. You have to talk about advertisement. You cannot talk about something else. Naveen, getting it? Naveen, now you know what you did. We have to talk about that advertisement. We have to talk about recognition. Now, sentence 4 or sentence 3, for example, we're going to talk, for example, Zomato has that uniform for all of their employees, and Zomato being a food company has to deliver the food. Now, when the food delivery agent wears the uniform and goes out in the public, it gets free recognition and everyone starts typing what Zomato is, or everyone gets to know what Zomato is instantly without Zomato having to invest any amount. Therefore, having uniform for the staff will definitely elevate the company's business and get the free recognition and promote advertisement. This should be the entire one mode, one nest, one structure of the essay, wherein we started talking about promotion, free promotion or advertisement in the very first line. And that is what we are circulating, we are talking about it in the rest of the lines. And in the end, we ended up with what we started. I want to drink apple juice. I go to market, get the apple. I also saw mango. I will not pick it up. I only focus on apple. I'll turn blind eye to all the other fruits. Mangosteen is there, dragon fruit is there, jackfruit. No, I want apple. I go there, get the apple, chop the apple, them into mixer, run them, put some sugar or whatever, and then I drink it. After drinking, if I want mango, then again I'll run. Meanwhile, you pick another idea in between, then marks gone. Remember, this is coherence cohesion. Promoting the company or recognition is idea. You want to write one more idea? Not required. This is best. If you want one more idea, then you can write about safety. Certain company will definitely need the discipline. If they don't allow the like specified uniform, then employees will end up wearing what they like to wear, leading to some safety regulations. If the company mandates the uniform, then definitely this will help them during the drills or following the safety protocol. For example, any construction company should have the uniform where they wear helmet. If this is not mandated, the person may lose his life. Like this, you can talk a lot of things. Well, if that is the advantage for the company or the staff, you represent it the way you want it. It's a loss for the company. A lot of things you can add, but this promoting free advertisement is more than enough. Para 2, well established, done and dusted. Now we'll come to para 3. Write one advantage for the staff. What is the advantage for the staff? They can think about logical idea, the idea that fits in logically. There could be 10 ideas that come into your mind. Don't simply pick the first one. Think about second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, ninth, tenth, whatever the ideas that you have, sort them and then decide, because you have got the intelligence, isn't it? And then decide, I think this is not a great idea. Oh, I think this may not be. Oh, I think got it. This is the best idea. I need that best idea. Feeling of equality, is it for the staff or the company? When everyone wears the same uniform, there is no social barrier. One guy is a manager, he is a CEO, he's earning more, I am earning less. That will not be there. Everyone will work without seeing that disturbance, without being biased. As a result, it promotes a very good environment. As a result, it helps the company only. Probably we can talk about equality thing in the considering that we are writing for advantages for the company. It may not be an advantage to an employee, but yes, you can still represent it uh, for an employee or a staff, but I would still think it would be for the employee. Yes, Prasansha. Prasansha is saying they'll get ready easily because they don't have to. No, but still, Prasansha, I have seen many people who still gets ready slow because they have to apply makeup. Uniform is different. Okay, jokes apart. Yes, they may get ready quickly. Getting ready is not the great idea. Probably you could have turned it to this, that they don't have to go for a frequent shopping. They don't have to worry basically what to wear and invest the time on that and spend a lot of money. For example, on an average man or woman spends this much of amount on the daily wearing, and if company mandates the uniform, this amount can be saved and can be put into somewhere else. Great idea. Any other idea anyone can think of how um, uniform can be a great asset for staff? Anybody? रविंदर जी, तजिंदर जी, कोई आइडिया है ना? कोई आइडिया? Any ideas? Wearing uniform is very advantageous for the staff. The question is, are there any benefits? You cannot say no, there are no benefits and end the line. No, you have to write. You got to write. Patients can recognize the staff. How that will be of great use to the staff? Yes, we can talk about safety protocols. If staff employees wear a uniform, for example, having helmet, and a lot many things, it will save them. That would be a great idea too. Isn't it agree? In terms of their safety, in terms of their life, injuries will be less. Or, in the lab department, people who are into, testing things, or doctors or whatever it is, they'll have the apron and lot many things. They'll have the surgical masks, gloves. They've got to wear it. All these safety protocols, which will definitely help them save themselves from injuries and lot many things. That is one of the advantages as well. Otherwise, yes, you can write, they don't have to think twice. The best idea would be safety protocols, but you can also write not so great ideas are like this, that they don't have to think twice, worry about the money spent on the everyday wearing. They just got uniform, they'll go with it. Rather, they'll use their time and energy into somewhere else. It may not be a greatest idea, but you can still write it. The best idea would be safety protocol that you can think of. But whatever you write, remember this. Getting the ideas is not that easy. Well, sometimes people end up getting wrong ideas, but getting the ideas is not a great thing. You will do it if you keep reading newspapers and develop that common sense, you will do it. But main problem is writing them down with a structure. So I'll review the essay right now. Let's quickly review this off right now. Stay there with patience. In this growing world, many industries made it mandatory for the employees to always wear uniform. Having a dress code is beneficial to both employees and employers. We will discuss the advantages in the essay discussed below. This is perfectly fine, done and dusted, well crafted. Now, this is for the company and this is for the staff. One benefit for the company of wearing, one benefit uh, for the company of wearing is not going good. Wearing uniform or uniform will benefit the company in terms of getting that recognition. You could have altered it that way. By the employees, the recognition idea is correct. This means this is what I'm talking about. Continue. See here, support it or continue talking about. This is very important. This means how a recognition. Companies having unique dress code can easily monitor the work progress of the employee at any plant by the employer, even from a long distance, because they can recognize easily with the company uniform they're wearing. See, recognition, it's, I mean, even if there is no dress, you can have a look at all the workers, right? It's not like other company guy is there. It's only your company guy. This recognition is not about, see, that's what recognition is, not monitoring the work. Recognition is about advertisement, people recognizing you. Oh, this guy. Probably in that way we could have written. Companies having unique dress code can easily monitor. If they don't have dress code, also they can monitor. No, every employee will be inside the company. So this probably I may be missing something. If I'm missing out something, then please do let me know, Naveen. Otherwise, I think it's not about monitoring uh, by the employee even from a long distance, because they can recognize easily with the company uniform. For instance, now we need to talk about monitoring. Okay, let's say this idea is correct. Monitoring the work idea is correct. Now he has to talk about recognition. He has to talk about owner recognizing the employee's work. Correct. For instance, all I'm looking forward to reading is, for example, in the company, there is an owner watching the employee from a very far distance. Since he's wearing the uniform, the owner knows, oh, this guy is doing this. And if he's doing any mischievous or if he's doing something great, owner can accordingly reward or, you know, do something else. This is what I'm expecting, because that's what he wrote in the previous line. Here, whatever he writes, the continuation should be, mapped to that. An employee of Tata Motors met with an accident. No, bhai, mujhe accident, I don't need the accident thing. I want that monitoring the work progress thing to be written. Means idea is different. Example is different. One benefit for the company wearing the uniform by the employee is during any crisis in the public, aid can be immediately given, knowing which company the person works for. If this is the first line, then while traveling back to home after finishing the duty, staff was immediately moved to hospital. Informed Tata Motors of the staff met with an accident. This is because public could easily recognize the company uniform and assist them to get the support. Then it is right. Guys, getting it? It's just as simple as this. Write one advantage for the staff, support it, or continue talking about first advantage. For example, talk about first advantage. Remember this. People often forget. This is pure consciousness. If you write this particular thing, I wrote the idea number A, put on circle. Now, example should come under idea number A only. Idea number B, you're writing idea number A, but example you're writing here. Here, no example. That is wrong. Idea is different, example is different. You've written example for an idea which is something else. While traveling back to home, staff was immediately moved and informed Tata Motors of the staff. And this is because public could easily recognize the company uniform and assist him to get the support. Idea is fine. I mean, the examples are all fine, but they're not connected. It's just that you've put some dots. Half you connected. The rest story is missing. It's unconnected dots. You need to connect them. You need to connect them. You need to connect them and make it a box. All right. So he ventured into writing another idea, but in just 3 sentences. I need little more, at least total 4 sentences at least. Being maintaining the equality among the various staff. Idea is great. This means though there is variation in pay scale, designation, and experience, all the staff are feeling equal. No, all the staff feel, never put ing, feel equal at workplace and maintain the harmony by wearing the same uniform irrespective of their positions. For instance, write one line. Another 2, 3 lines, it will be extra. That's it. Otherwise, idea is really good. Point is, idea is good, but in between, coherence cohesion is missing. Here, everything went so well. I wanted, for example, write it. I'm telling you, write, you get marks. Otherwise, this was good. Otherwise, I told you a lot many mistakes like this. So probably this should be 6.5. But again, we will see. But this is not a great example to rely on for the things that you wrote. Coherence, cohesion is not matching. All right. So now let's talk about the benefit for the staff. Any doubts so far? Let me know. Even the staff have benefits of wearing the uniform provided by the company, it being may not be a great way to write comma it being. You can write secondly, one of the advantages of wearing a uniform for the staff is saving money. That way you could have made it more simple. This implies that uniform provided by the organization at regular intervals make the employees make him to do something, make him do something, make him follow the dress code and won't shop. And employees may not shop for formal clothes. Because of this, it's a full stop. Because of this, staff could save the money spent on purchase of the dresses. Excellent idea. For instance, an employee to keep himself appear good looking. Make it simple, no? To look good, an employee to look good, um, or to present himself better among the other employees had to spend money from his, see, never say his, from the low, not low, from the salary. However, distinguish. When the company announces, see, announce the past tense, you cannot, it's all the fact. When the company makes the uniform mandatory, the employees don't have to spend money from their salary on everyday dresses. Rather, they could save this money and invest on somewhere else, helping their life to prosper. Make it more simple. When the company announced to introduce and provide uniform, that employee, what about others? So talk in general. Employees felt happy. Employees feel happy. Put it in the present tense of saving the money spent on clothing, which could be grammatical issues are there, spared for the or for their son's education. Never write his or her. It's always in general. Otherwise, idea is really good. Will this If this was written perfect, this idea is good. Can he get 7? Yes. With lot of grammatical errors, can he still get 7? Definitely yes. Possible. This may not be very, great way to write. Few of the things are not good with respect to grammar. Otherwise, you can still get it if the first para you had written the right ideas, right coherence, cohesion. Any doubts, guys? Hope you are getting it. I just highlighted the mistakes. Like this, everyone will have their own problems. So you got to write every day and get the feedback. Send us for the feedback. Send us for the feedback. All right. So there's the question. I want you to write second para. Follow this. You can write whatever the idea that you want. Whatever the idea that you need. Think about it twice or thrice before locking on one of the ideas and then start writing. But I want the structure this to be used. Second sentence you have to continue. This means, this implies, this is because, this is due to the fact that. Second line. Third line, you can continue second line or third, and you can say, for example. Example, never write one sentence. Minimum two or maximum 3 to 4, 5, 6, whatever you want. The more you write in the example, the more clarity it brings. So may I request you guys to write this, those of you comfortable um, typing in the chat option or typing in the Word document and then transferring the chat option. Please do. Those who are not comfortable want to write on a paper because you're taking IELTS paper based, write in a neat paper, take a nice picture, clear picture, and WhatsApp me the number, the same number from which I've shared the meeting guide. I'll just wait for your feedback, wait for your answers to get the feedback. I have given the question in the chat option. I'll just stop sharing for a second and then I'll resume again. Meanwhile, you guys can continue writing. See here, they, employee is singular, they is plural. It's not matching. They're all coherence quotient errors. You can remove this they and say never write in contractions, expand them. There's some issue here. I'm not able to figure out what exactly you've written. You need to write more, little more here. Otherwise, you're good. I think you did not check. You did not proofread what you wrote. There's some issue over here. In the conclusion, you'll again not say one of them. This is re- redundant, not required. Here you include more. Conclusion not required because anyhow you write the conclusion in the end. Within a para, conclusion is not mandatory, okay? It doesn't travel with uniform, travels by wearing uniform. Are traveling is wrong. Travel. Add more, add more. Otherwise, this is good. Good one. Prasansha, you can continue writing the next paragraph, or you can rewrite the example if you wish.
Yes, Prasansha. Those of you finished second para can switch to third para. Or you can write the example, Prasansha, which was not written correctly before. All right, guys, time's up. So I gotta end the class. 10:30, I have a PTE class. So whoever is writing, please do write and send me personally in the WhatsApp. Once I get time, immediately I'll review it. So meanwhile, we will park it here. Really appreciate everyone's time that you gave to concentrate on this class, and I hope you have reaped as many benefits as possible. So we will again catch up on Thursday evening, same time. Till then, take care, guys. Thanks much for your time. Have a good night's sleep. Bye bye. Thanks much.